Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and outstanding sponsors who make these live presentations possible. I'm Terry Ross coming to you from the Lithia and Driveway Field right here in Medford, Oregon. This is the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. It features Lakeview and St. Mary's. And we had a little bit of excitement here in getting set up. So I'm going to have to fix my scoreboard just a little bit. The coach told me it's all Lakeview now, no Paisley. So we'll fix our scoreboard accordingly. And get all of this figured out here. So we'll put that up here for you so that you can see. And away we go. We were all set up and then had to readjust just a little bit. So we're underway. So the clock will be an approximate. We have no real clock here at this field to keep us straight. I will continue to make some adjustments here as we try to get around to where we can actually see the whole field just a little bit. We're sitting inside a booth today because we went from shorts and tank tops here in the Southern Oregon area to putting on our thermal underwear in just a matter of about 72 hours. It's rainy and cold today. Not raining quite yet, but it is threatening to rain. Probably down in the 50s if I were to check the temperature. That's out of bounds. And that'll go St. Mary's direction. Eva Castillo inbounding it. Into the middle, and that's going to be grabbed right away by Lakeview's. Well, I didn't ask who was starting in goalie, so I don't know who it is. Number 30, Nadine Mendias. Mendias stopped that one easily. Lakeview trying to punch it in on their own right now, and they do. Goal. So with about 38:27 to go, Lakeview punches that one in. That was quick. This is a good Lakeview ball club. Some of the things we didn't get to tell you on the pregame because we're setting up a little bit. They're 10-4. They are a really young ball club. They only have one senior on the team. And otherwise, they've got all sophomores and juniors. And they got one freshman. And they're going to be really, really good for the next couple of years at the 3A levels, moving up there to the 3A this year. This is the final conference game for Lakeview and St. Mary's. There's a shot, but that one's going to be way over the net. St. Mary's, meanwhile, they got Lakeview 10-4 as they come into this game. St. Mary's, meanwhile, comes in 6-7-1. Lakeview knows that it's in the playoffs. St. Mary's maybe just a little more iffy. So Lakeview takes it under control again. Punch it ahead. St. Mary's will try to ride the honkers off of this one to get it right back. Pass it through? No. That'll be taken away by the Crusaders. Honkers setting up for another shot, but that one's going to go wide. Chasing it down into the corner, and they'll save it. Here comes Lakeview again, right back to the middle. Tip it up. And it'll be a Lakeview, no, it'll be a St. Mary's goal kick. They get it out to midfield. Maxwell had it there for a moment, and now Buys has it. It's going to go out of bounds. St. Mary's ball. Castillo again inbounding it. And knocked out of bounds by Emma Meyer that time. Or am I wrong? I knocked out of bounds by Lakeview. Ball went over the fence. They're waiting for it to come back. They'll put this back to their goalie, does Lakeview. And out of bounds. Off of Buys. Inbounding it. Stevens. Passing it back and forth to each other right out there midfield. Nobody really getting control of it. Offensively, anyway. That'll go out of bounds. That'll be St. Mary's ball. Good block that time as they're going. Now St. Mary or Lakeview will get that thing out of there. Owens with it, fires it downfield. There's another shot, but that's going to be wrapped up as Savannah Greenfield had that shot. But that's wrapped up by St. Mary's. Ooh, nice move that time by Owens. That went through the legs of everybody. What would he have? Lakeview will grab control of it. Out of bounds. Lakeview direction. I believe it's Balsiger in goal, but don't quote me on that. Lakeview one more time, already with a 1-0 lead. Have it down in the corner. St. Mary's chasing it down there. But Lakeview comes up with it. Turns it. No, they'll just knock this one out of bounds. So that'll be a goal kick coming up. Lakeview still with control of it right now. Deep in St. Mary's territory. That's going to get knocked out of bounds. Ashland getting rid of that one. And that'll be a kick for St. Mary's. Ashland will take it. Now St. Mary's grabs it. Can they maintain? Yep, here they come. Nope. Lakeview's going to grab it. Here comes the Honkers again, but the Crusaders will stop this one. Kick it out to the side. There's a shot. Nope, that's stopped by Ashland. Another shot. That one goes wide. Sprinkling just a bit outside the tent. Vickerman with that last shot. Now, Lakeview is going to set up for a goal kick, or a corner kick. It's there. Tipped around. And falling on it is Balsiger. That went off the sidebar. Almost another one for the Honkers. Playing on the St. Mary's side of the field, which is always dangerous. Here goes Vickerman again. So St. Mary's will ride that one out of there for the moment. Now chasing it down is Simonson. Owens in hot pursuit. Kicked out by St. Mary's. Lakeview right back at it. Owens sends it ahead. Nope, can't get a shot off, but they still have it down there. It's going to get dangerous for the Crusaders if they don't get it out of there. Vickerman fires, but on one bounce, Balsinger takes it. Here comes St. Mary's now. That's going to get tapped away. Chasing it down. And over the in line. I'm going to say St. Mary's. Corner kick. Ashland will come all the way from her defensive position to take this. That's way offline. That'll turn out to be a goal kick for Lakeview. Lakeview coach Cody Hamilton was telling me that before the game that the success of this Lakeview team really rests with probably the sophomores. Pretty talented group of sophomores, and that's why I say as it goes off of Lakeview that it's going to be a pretty good run coming up for Lakeview and girls soccer for the next couple of years. Castillo will inbound it again. to Ashland, who will kick it back to the goalie. That'll go out of bounds. Yep, Lakeview direction. A little pushing and shoving going on. Owens grabs it out of there. But Ashland will take it back. Crusaders trying to move it ahead. Can't do it. Getting there is Patsky. Patsky, I guess it is. Not Patsky, but Patsky. And that'll result in a kick coming up for St. Mary's. And now it is raining. Raining pretty good. The weather forecast says that once the rain arrives, it pretty much is here for the game. There comes Vickerman again. Can't maintain. Throw in for St. Mary's. Vickerman gets it one more time. But Ashland will take that away for St. Mary's. Dribbling, firing, and it goes to the left. Mendias had that one. They took a bounce and veered left immediately. That'll result in a corner kick coming up. Ashland gets it to the middle. But St. Mary's can't do anything with it. And now a whistle. I will do it again. And again, they can't do anything. Lakeview grabs it. That'll be over the end line and a goal kick coming up for Lakeview. Inbounding it will be Zindehaas for Lakeview. Since that early goal at the 38-27 mark, just pretty much a defensive struggle right out here in the middle of the field. Neither team really able to establish a whole lot of anything. St. Mary's to throw it in far side. Looks like a Barra that threw that one in. Again, a throw in coming up. Vickerman has it just momentarily. Now they move it into the middle. Greenfield had it. Here's Owens. Owens trying to get control of it to get a shot. Can't do it. St. Mary's, well, I thought they had it out of there, but not quite. Simonson sends it the other way. St. Mary's trying to get it out of their side of the field, and they do so. But Owens will chase it down for Lakeview. Gets by one, doesn't get by two. Yep, gets by two. Way back. St. Mary's gets that out of there in a hurry. And down, Lakeview will chase this down. Moving it ahead. Chasing it down was Harrington. Here comes Lakeview again. Vickerman one more time. Firing it ahead. That's Greenfield that she has there. If Greenfield can get to it. Sitting it ahead now. That was Stevens getting it down to Vickerman or Greenfield. Greenfield couldn't do anything with it. Chased down into the corner and out of bounds. Lakeview direction. There's Vickerman. There's a shot on goal, but it's wide. Owens with the shot. As we look from the far side. It's not Owens, actually, it was Ludwig. Had that shot, but couldn't put it in. Greenfield. Oh, can't quite get it back to Vickerman. Now Lakeview will have to chase it down, and Patsky does so. And back to the goalie. Now here comes St. Mary's one more time. Oh, they're going to get stopped. Getting there is Stevens. And gets it around to Owens. Back to Stevens. Could not get it ahead, though, to Greenfield. Ashland with it. That'll go out of bounds. And we have a substitution. Coming in for St. Mary's. They put the glasses on it. Coming in for St. Mary's is Pauline Kim, into the game. Vickerman over to Ludwig that time, but it was taken away eventually by St. Mary's. Here they come back the other direction now. Lakeview one more time, putting pressure on. Sure, the discussion on the St. Mary's bench is going to simply be that maybe a little too much playing on the St. Mary's side of the field during the first half. Going to go over the end line. That'll be a goal kick for the Crusaders. Ludwig was down there for Lakeview. I don't think she was really trying to seriously catch it. This Castillo. Lil Anna Castillo was also back there. Well, there we go. They could just take out of bounds. Stevens. Going to be a white ball. Stevens gets it in. St. Mary's trying to turn it. Nope, back out to the middle. That was Maxwell that had it. But that's going to go. Nope. And yes, finally, over the end line. Stevens chasing that for Lakeview. Sorry about all the little noises, but the cord's making a little noise on my zipper of my coat. Lean forward and lean back, trying to see. This will be a corner kick. The Lakeview corner kick to the middle, headed up. Let's see if they can. Actually, it's St. Mary's corner kick. See if they can get that out of here. Now, they did just momentarily, but Castillo takes that thing out of there. Medinas will come out and grab it for Lakeview. Castillo running past the camera to go down there and throw it in. And they'll let it go over the end line. And that will be a St. Mary's corner kick. And that will mean Ashland will take that kick. Ashland takes that away nicely. Fires it right back to the middle, but nobody's there. And Lakeview takes off with it. Ludwig flying down, sending it ahead. That'll be Stevens on the fly, or Greenfield, who stops it. Back to Owens. Owens will cross pitch it. There was a shot available that time by Zendejas, but couldn't quite get enough foot on it to make it much of a threat. St. Mary's comes charging the other direction and then loses it. But he'll get it right back. Glasser. There's a shot that Mendejas off of the foot of Bias, but Mendejas will handle that. Mendias, rather, will handle that easily. Owens will knock this one out of bounds. St. Mary's to inbound it, and they do, and then it's right back down the field. Stevens will step in and take that. There's Greenfield ahead to Vickerman. Owens back to Stevens. Stevens will launch this one and out. Be Lakeview ball. And there's a substitution again on the far side. As going out is Harrington, and coming in is Gorez. I apologize, you can't see down there. It's hard to get it over the top of our tent that's protecting all of our equipment, but Lakeview has it at the moment. Trying to push it. That's going to go out of bounds. Yes, St. Mary's direction on the far side of the field. Lakeview has it, though, one more time in front of the St. Mary's net. That was going to be off. Vickerman had the shot, but it was off. So our clock shows here, about 8.5 to go. Again, some substitution here. As leaving for St. Mary's is Reese Wright. And coming into the game is Emma Meyer. Lakeview with the inbound one more time. Inbounding it is Zendejas for Lakeview. Over to the center, Ludwig. That shot goes astray. Goal kick for the Crusaders. Balsiger with it. And Vickerman one more time, but nowhere to go. Vickerman will fire again, but that one's going to be blocked before it ever gets to the net. Stevens gets it ahead to Meyer. Or make that Frederick. Yeah, don't think girls soccer can get a little testy. A little shoving there. The referee warning them both. Greenfield wide. Had it. Had a clear shot at it, but went wide right. The goal kick controlled by St. Mary's, at least for the moment. Nope, Vickerman has it quickly for Lakeview. Firing again, but Balsiger has it. I'll kick this one, I would think, out of there. Doesn't look like she's going to throw it to anybody. Yep, there's the kick. Stevens. Some good footwork, got the pass off. That's going to go out of bounds. So St. Mary's will inbound it again. Down in the corner, Stevens wrestling with Seal. It'll turn into a goal kick for Lakeview. Stevens will take the kick. And St. Mary's get this, well, maybe not so much. Vickers around one, around another, around a third, around a fourth. Turns and fires it. But yeah, it's just a grounder to Balsiger, who fields that one easily. Down to the final 2 minutes of this half. Stevens, or not Stevens, but Greenfield turning it in. Ludwig trying to get to it, but could not. Head out of bounds to Lakeview. And do it again. didn't inbound it properly. Turnover to St. Mary's. They're looking to put one on the board here in the final moments of the first half. Ashland will get that out of there. St. Mary's looking to get it through. Fire it ahead, then losing it. Getting it back. Nope. Going to take control of it. Glasser. They're going to eventually be ridden off the ball by Gorez. That'll be Lakeview ball. There's a kick. Quite a hefty push there that time by St. Mary's. Stevens will launch it. And that, the official says, is halftime. So, we'll be back here just shortly with the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report as you're listening to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day. It's right here on TableRockSports.net.
You do when you get into a car accident and want to know your rights? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
It's Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Gladiator 4x4s or test drive a new 22 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. During Jeep Adventure Days, you'll save big on every new vehicle in stock only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So what do you do when you get injured on the job and need to know your rights with workers' compensation? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
I just got the best deal at US Cellular. Just $29 for one line.
For the first month only, right? That's how they get you.
For as long as I want. Why so skeptical?
I was told she'd weigh 30 pounds.
Get unlimited data for just $29 per line, even just one, only at US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Get one line for just $29 at Siskiyou Cellular, the Rogue Valley's exclusive US Cellular authorized agent. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report. The fall recreation guide is out, and did you know it's full of classes and activities for our friends 55 and older? You can visit playmedford.com or call 774-2400, 774-2400 if you would like to learn more. As you can see on the John L. Scott scoreboard, at halftime it's Lakeview 1, St. Mary's nothing. Lakeview scored early. They scored with 3:23. We'll get it right yet. Hang in there. 38:27 to go in the first half as they put one in from the right side of the field. And it was a quick goal. but that's the only goal that there has been, as the St. Mary's defense has tightened up a little bit since then, as it actually has turned out to be pretty much a defensive battle. A few shots at the goalies, but most of them pretty weak, and the goalies were able to handle them easily, or they went wide of the net. So it's 1-0 at the half. We don't really have a whole lot of soccer to talk about today, as this is the final day for playing soccer. The rankings freeze, I believe it is tomorrow at 10 p.m. What that means then is we'll all know who goes where in order to do a little bit of playing. But we'll talk about some playoff action that's coming up and has been started. May not be soccer, but we'll see what we get done here. And when we return to the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Report on TableRockSports.net.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
What do you do when you don't know the first step in applying for Social Security disability? It's easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with Crispy Crunchy Chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
There's a time machine that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back to the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Show. It's there where they invite you to discover all the great classes, field trips, activities, and sports leagues for the fall activities coming up. Visit playmedford.com to find something for everyone in the family. As you can see on the John L. Scott scoreboard at the half, it's 1-0 in favor of Lakeview. John L. Scott, they have offices in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. So before we run out of halftime, in 3A action, they have quite a bit of soccer going on, at least girls-wise. And I know they've got some boys going on, too. But staying with girls soccer, since that's where we're at, North Valley will be at Sutherland. That will start at 6 o'clock tonight. Already having started is Cascade Christian over at Brookings Harbor. That's only about 20 minutes in at the moment. And probably at about halftime, since they started about the same time, is Coquille Myrtle Point taking on Lost River Bonanza. And that's the way soccer action looks here for the 3A today, as everybody pretty much will close out soccer activity regular season-wise, and then it'll be on to the playoffs. We won't have that figured out until tomorrow. We'll take one more break here on the Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Report. It's right here on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
Dear Dad, today was hard. You know how much I love you, and you know how much I love sports. I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love to play, and I love my team. I want us both to enjoy the game, win or lose. But we can't if you always lose your temper. I hope you can cheer for me and the other players. It's about more than just the score. It's about us all enjoying the experience. I hope you can join me for my next game. I really want you to be there. Love, Katie.
The Medford Parks and Recreation Halftime Report was brought to you by PlayMedford.com, where you can learn about Discovery Preschool for 3-year-olds and day camps for older kids. Registration for fall is happening now. Sign up at PlayMedford.com or call the Santos Center. That's 774-2400, 774-2400 to get started. We're underway. Even though my little scoreboard says it's still halftime, but we're underway, actually. Right now, Lakeview trying to get control. Kind of just going back and forth here a little bit right now. Neither team able to advance the ball, really. And that'll be out of bounds. Looks like St. Mary's direction. Just watching they go back and forth right now. Nobody's really advancing the ball very far at all. Now there's a little bit of a a push that time by Estrada. But again, Lakeview right back out in the center circle. Now St. Mary's has it. Trying to run it down is Maxwell. And does. Fires it to the middle. But falling on that is Mendias. It'll be a goal kick coming up. Nope. Can't punt it, I don't think. Has to be on the ground. Yep. Which means in that case, Stevens will take it. Lakeview controls it. Ludwig to Vickerman. But Ashland will take it away. Right back to Lakeview. Now we're going to call Ashland for a foul. Stevens will come and take the kick. St. Mary's knocks it out of there. Coming with it is Meyer. Ahead to Maxwell. Back to Meyer. And out of bounds. St. Mary's direction. You know it's getting colder. The officials have put on the gloves. That's stopped by Mendias. I say here in the Southern Oregon area, we went from 80-degree weather to thermal underwear weather almost overnight. Not supposed to let up either. I think we are into the full and complete fall season. Headed for winter. Lakeview down front with it. That's Ludwig. Pass almost went too far, but able to chase it down. Trying to control that was Simonson for the Honkers. Instead, Macio comes up with it to Ashland. And then right back to Lakeview. And banging it out of bounds is Castillo. Grabbing that is Ballsiger. Out of bounds. Maxwell to inbound it. And that'll be out of bounds. Lakeview direction. St. Mary's will clear it out of there. And they push it ahead enough. There it is. Maxwell. They're going to call offside. So Stevens will boot this out of here. Official telling her to move it up, move it up, move it up. Yeah, right there. Okay. Pretty close to the midfield line. St. Mary's with it. And again, they push it ahead. Maxwell turns. Maxwell fires. Stopped. Mendias gets that one. Another save. Ludwig. They send it ahead. Castillo will get it out of there. Not before Simonson gets on it. Out here on the corner to Zindehaas. A couple of Zindehaases. This one is Sophia. St. Mary's inbounding. And out. St. Mary's direction. So leaving the game for Lakeview is Harrington. And coming in is Gorez as well as Vickerman. This is Rianne Vickerman. There's a Carly Vickerman out there. Just to make sure that we stay confused. Here comes Lakeview with it, right down the sideline. Ludwig. Back around to Zindehaas. Can St. Mary's get this going the right way? We already played 10 minutes of the second half. And it's turned in since that first goal. It's just turned into a pretty much a defensive struggle. Lakeview to inbound it. Now St. Mary's will inbound it. So that's pretty much what's been happening right here in the second half. Just back and forth out there by the midfield stripe. By the old midfield circle. Ludwig turns it. Ludwig sends it to the middle, and it will be stopped by Balsiger. Lakeview trying to get it out there. They do. Stevens sends it forward. Going to be Greenfield now. Stoppage. Going to be a kick coming up for, looks like St. Mary's. Lakeview backing out of there. Ashland will take the kick. Maxwell's shot will be handled easily. I think if we hustle with this match, we might, for the most part, get through without too much rain. Everybody'd be happy about that. But we're playing under cloudy skies that are gray, so we won't count on it yet. Lakeview trying to chase it down. There's a shot, and that's going to be knocked away by Mendias. Patsky with the shot. Couldn't get it in. Corner kick coming up. Ashland on her way to do it. Now Lakeview will get it out of there. Stevenson to Owens. Right back to the middle of, nope. Well. Now Lakeview begins to put the pressure on. Owens will back it up a little bit. I'll start over, and it's going to go out of bounds. St. Mary's ball. Eva Castillo to inbound it. Handled easily that time. There's a tripping call coming up. Which way? Lakeview. Stevenson gets rid of it quickly. St. Mary sends her right back. Oh, we'll start in again. St. Mary's ball. Eva Castillo to inbound it. Owens inbounding now for Lakeview. And that will go Lakeview direction. They have it in already. But Ashland takes it away. Sends it ahead. Oh, that'll be offside. Macio trying to get there. Stevens to inbound it. No, kick it this time. Vickerman. That one's offline. That was Carly Vickerman. And a corner kick for Lakeview. This time sending it out to Stevens, who gets it in the middle to Ludwig. There's a shot on goal that will go wide right. That was by Seska Zinderhaas. Goal kick for the Crusaders. Can't get it loose. Now they do. Chasing it down is Goras for Lakeview and out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be a kick for Lakeview. Stevens. Nope, that's intercepted. Here comes St. Mary's with it. Maxwell. Trying to get it over to somebody. There's Ashland with it. Turning and spinning and putting it in, but not getting it in. Is Buys. And we'll have a corner kick. Ashland will do it for St. Mary's. That's headed out of there. Lakeview on the run. Trying to punch it away. And they do. St. Mary's gets it right back then. Back to Lakeview, back to St. Mary's. Having a little trouble there. Finally booting it as Glasser. Way out of bounds. So goal kick for Lakeview. Stevenson again. Stevens. You can call her Stevenson, but it's not Stevens. Out to Ludwig, but looks like St. Mary's is going to be able. Nope. And a foul called. It'll go St. Mary's direction. Ashland will take the kick. Oh. Oh, man. Ashland put that up. That got bounced up in the air, and somehow or another, Mendias came down with it to preserve the shutout so far. My goodness. That was close. That's probably about the closest that St. Mary's has been. Chasing it is Meyer. Trying to get it into the middle. Shot. No, that didn't go anywhere. It really wasn't much of a shot. Ludwig has it and out of bounds. St. Mary's ball. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We'll have to probably stop our clock here for this. Yeah, we've got to stop this one for a minute. I can't even tell you who's down because Not familiar with numbers and all of that. All I know is it's a Lakeview player that got hit right in the head with the ball. And got hit hard, too. Well, that'll give us the opportunity. Watching, she's rolling. That's Vickerman, Carly Vickerman. She's rolling over. She's sitting up, so, because that's a good sign. It's great sponsors that keep the games coming for you. That includes Conger Morris Funeral Directors with a full range of planning and hometown heartfelt help through a difficult process. Also by Travel Medford and Sports Ground, where the West Coast comes to play. So helping Vickerman off the field, although she's pretty much walking off underneath her own power. Yeah, she's talking and feeling pretty good. So we'll get this started again here. There comes St. Mary's. That's going to get way out of control. And out of the bounds. St. Mary's. It'll be a throw-in. Ashland turns and Lakeview will just send it out of bounds. Should be a corner kick coming up. There's the corner kicking to pretty much no avail. Standing outside my little tent, I want to get out of the way. Substitutions. And play on. Here we go. Stevens. The kick, it does. There's Vickerman back into the game after getting hit with that ball. Pretty hard, but okay. Greenfield with it. Now they'll send it back. Lakeview will set it up. No, they won't. Ashland or St. Mary's will take it. It was Meyer that took it, not Ashland. But and out of bounds. St. Mary's. Oh, a sliding try at putting it in there for St. Mary's. Couldn't get it done. That looks like Macio. They had Mendias out of the goal and out of the picture, and here's another shot, but that hits the top of the crossbar and is over. But on that previous one, they had Mendias out of the goal. There was nobody there. Just missed it. Lakeview struggling to get this thing down the other way right now. St. Mary's is like, whoa. And over it went. Right over the top of us. Ortiz to inbound it. I'm getting a little too close to the action here, I'll tell you that. Yeah, it's going to go out of bounds. Substitution. Nope, not yet. Here's Vickerman. Carly Vickerman, that is. Owens had it temporarily. All the way back down we go as we get down to the 12-minute mark. More or less, anyway. St. Mary's. Nope, they're going to lose it. Struggling forward. Here comes Carly Vickerman. Has Ludwig. Ludwig can't control it, though. Give it up to St. Mary's. Now Ludwig will take it back. Not about. Yeah. Right in front of our little shelter that we're using to protect the equipment. And out of bounds. That time Glasser trying to get it to Cortez. Couldn't do it. So Lakeview will inbound. Patsky, I believe it is. Nope. Frederick. Now here comes St. Mary's on the move. Maxwell has it. Left, right. Over to Meyer. Down to goes. There's going to be a feeble shot. And Lakeview will get that out of there. And it'll stay St. Mary's ball. There's the kick by Lakeview. It doesn't get it out of there. Gonna be off. Nope, Ludwig will save it. Here comes St. Mary's over. Oh, they're gonna have to reset this. Owen takes it. Ashland has it, but only momentarily. Lakeview takes it back. Here's Carly Vickerman getting it ahead to Greenfield, and they're going to say offside. Ooh, almost hands there. I waved at that one, but fortunately, Stevens didn't touch it. Castillo takes the inbound pass, gets it to Ashland. Down into the middle. Can they get a shot off? No, not that time. They had a chance with Wright. I have it back now. On the Lakeview side of the field. Here comes the Honkers, but not so much. Now they start trying to move forward. Nope. St. Mary's will stop that. Stevens has it and sends it back the other way. They got across and taken away and banged out of bounds by Cortez. Lakeview ball. So we have what, about 6:40 to go. Without a clock, we don't really have any way of knowing how accurate we are. Zendehaas. And Ashland will take that pass instead. That'll be out of bounds. Coming to inbound it will be Frederick. Does so quickly. Ludwig in the middle. Ooh. Carly Vickerman with the shot, but wide right. Nice quick turn and fire. There was no hesitation. Goal kick for the Crusaders. We're looking to get this down into Lakeview territory and get another good shot at the goal. They had one really good one this half and got blocked. Ashland sends it through, but Stevens picks it up. Maxwell on the fly. And out of bounds. St. Mary's ball. Buys will inbound it to Castillo, Eva Castillo. And again, St. Mary's. This time Castillo will inbound it. Light's starting to come on here at field 14, but by the time they take full effect, this game will be long over. We're down to about 4:25 to go. It'll take them at least that long to take full effect. Minda Mendias to take it. This goal kick instead of Stevens. Lakeview right now will be in something of a keep-away mood. Vickerman gets it ahead. And that's out of bounds. Ludwig and Ballsinger got all tangled up on that one. Lakeview fans wanting a call, but they're not getting it. Goal kick for St. Mary's. Vickerman one more time. Owens gets it out of there. Stevens ahead to Vickerman. Vickerman shot on goal, that goes out. That'll be a goal kick. So we have just about 2.5 to go. Back to the official signaling, 2 minutes. I don't know if it's 2 even or 2 plus. Out of bounds by Gorez. Airport shelter is in danger. Ludwig. Ludwig will get it over into the middle. No. Getting desperate now. Ashland dribbling. Still has it. And now Lakeview will take it back with 1:40 in the ball game. St. Mary's needs the late goal. Vickerman trying to punch it ahead, can't do it. But we'll get it back. And we'll chase it down. St. Mary's has it right now. It looks like that's going to go out of bounds. Yes. Stevens will let it go out of bounds. We have a substitution for Lakeview. Lakeview pushing it one more time. Got it to Vickerman, who's their main shooter. Stevens. Play on, the official says. We're down to the final seconds. And he says that is indeed it. So it's a final right here. If we can get it up on the board for you, it's a final here at Lithia Driveway Fields on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It's Lakeview 1, St. Mary's 0. The Southern Oregon Sports Commission, Know Your Role, brings you the post-game show. They're putting the fun back in youth sports again. So we'll just recap this quickly for you. The Lakeview Honkers scored with 38:27 to go. I'm not sure who I should give that goal to. I think it was probably Vickers, but I'm not sure about that. But that they made that goal stand up as St. Mary's had a couple of really good shots in the second half on goal, but just couldn't quite put them in. And Lakeview improves to 11-4 now overall. St. Mary's falls to 6-8-1. As we said before the game started, that Lakeview knows it's going to the playoffs. St. Mary's, their situation is just a little more iffy than that. We'd like to thank you for watching today's broadcast. We'd like to thank St. Mary's High School for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. Our next Table Rock Sports production will be Friday night, and there will be a lot of them going on Friday night. There will be some volleyball from RCC. There will be lots of football. You'll want to go to the TableRockSports.net website to figure it all out. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard is Lakeview 1, St. Mary's nothing. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. The executive producer is Joe Brett. I'm Terry Ross saying thanks for watching and good night from Lithia and Driveway Field in Medford, Oregon.